Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, that's right. Snow Crybaby Lifestyle coming back at you from the lovely Las Vegas, Nevada. The time is currently 1:53 in the PMs, and we are currently at 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Remember, we don't do Celsius. We're not in Canada. Yeah, I just want to come out here. I'm going to do a little video for you guys. As you guys know, I live in my car, and I showed a few things that I have in my car, and one of my cars is my little emergency kit. This is something I think everybody should have in their car or have in your house. You never know when an emergency is going to happen. You may have to, walk home. You get stranded somewhere. You may have to walk home. It may take you a day, may take 2 days. Kind of like a little survival kit. But it's very important you should have something like this. Especially, if you are a driver, you are out driving, 12 hours every day. Should something happen, you have access to this in your car. I keep one in my car, even when I had my own place. Before I had to live in my car, I kept one of these in my car. And I'm going to show you the one that I keep in my car and what I have in mind that I feel will get me, if I had to walk 25, 30 miles home, if I had to stay somewhere overnight, whatever the case may be. Yours might be different climates, require different things, different landscapes. This would be a kind of, I guess you could say, urban, because I live in a city. You may live in the woods, or so everything, will be determined by where you live and what you may need. So your kit might be totally different than mine, might be the same as mine. But you should definitely have some kind of emergency kit. You never know when you're going to, need it. And it's recommended, that you should have something to hold you over for at least 72 hours. Can mine hold me over for 72 hours? Yes. I have some survival skills. I'm not totally, I used to do a lot of hiking, be out in the desert. So I do have some survival skills, and you definitely want to learn, a few things if you can. And there's some things in my kit that I don't have because I do know certain things, that I don't feel is necessary. There's a lot of kits I see out there that have over redundancy of the same stuff over and over again, which, adds weight to your pack. And, you don't want to be, you're tired. You don't want to be, lugging around 20, 30 pounds of stuff. Should that be the case? My pack, it probably weighs maybe, less than 10 pounds. Probably closer to about 8 pounds. Some things I don't have attached to it because, I have like my water bottle. I'll show you all that stuff, excuse me. Let's go ahead and get into that, and we'll be right back. All right, cool. All right, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and grab my pack here, and here comes my pack. All right, there she is. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, yeah, there it is. This pack is actually a Maxpedition pack. I bought this pack years ago. This pack is probably well over 6-7 years old, and as you can see, it has held up great. It's a super expensive pack. Like I said, I bought this a long time ago. It ran about $160 for this pack. Fully waterproofed. You could spray water all over this thing and nothing will get wet. So it's a super, well-built bag. You don't have to spend that kind of money on a bag. You can go to Walmart, you can go $20 backpack. Like I said, this is just something I already had, that I bought like 5 years ago. So I still have it, to this day. And, the stuff that's in it has been in it for a minute. Like I said, the stuff you want to get is stuff that you're going to keep for a while. Should have a good long shelf life on it. Like I said, it's not over redundant. There are redundancy of certain things, that you may need, you may not need. Like I said, depends on your situation. Like I said, on this side here, it has a water bottle. I have my water bottle down here. So, it does come with, a big giant pocket here for, good sized water bottle. Comes with a strap on it right here. So you can strap down your water bottle, as well, once you get it put in there. So, cause definitely you're going to need water. In my situation, you're going to need water. Because, it is a desert climate out here. And water's kind of important. You're going to need it. So, where you're at, you may have snow, you may be able to have unlimited access to water, so on and so forth. So you might not be in the same situation as me. And I have room in here to put, pre-packed waters. Kids, you can buy those as well. They're like little packages of pre-made water. You can carry enough for you as one person. That'll get you through for 72 hours. Like I said, it's a survival thing. You're not gonna die, 3 days, 1 day without food. You should have something in there though, kind of keep your spirits up if you're walking around, walking at home. So you have some. You're gonna need a little bit of energy, so on and so forth, of that nature. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into my bag. Okay. First off, got a little pocket on this side. Here, we'll start with these. First of all, little carabiners, good for carrying extra stuff if your hat. And like I said, depending on where you're at in your situation, you should already be dressed for your environment. If you live in a desert environment, you're gonna have those shorts on. You're probably gonna have a ball cap, stuff of that nature. You're already gonna be dressed for your environment. So whether it be summertime, wintertime, you're gonna have those. So a little carabiner, if you want to carry extra hat with you. Whatever the case may be, you have that. This is a sling pack, which means it goes over your shoulder and it goes along your side. So you can, wear it off to the side. You can actually wear it to your back, or you can pull it to the front. Depends on how you want to wear it. So you can do those as well. Okay, so first pouch we got here is a little bitty pouch. A little bitty pouch. Open that bad boy up. What do I have in there? I have a headlamp. So if you are walking around at nighttime and you need to use both hands, whether you're looking at a map or whatever the case may be, this is hands-free. Little cheap Energizer lamp for your head, so you can do things hands-free. It comes with two different settings, one high, one low, and then it has a red light as well, so you can see in the dark without losing your night vision. Which is what red light's for. If you've been in the military or, that kind of stuff, if you read up on survival stuff, whatever. Next in there is a multi-tool. As you can see, it's a little Gerber multi-tool. Good multi-tool, wasn't super expensive, but very good. Spring-loaded multi-tool. It's got multiple stuff on it. Knife, a little knife here. And you can see it's got stuff on it. It's been used. Knife, got a little pair of scissors in there, all these good stuff. So good multi-tool to have, should you have to, fix something on your gear or, remove, something, whatever the case may be. But that's what's in there. So that's what's in there, that particular pocket. What do we have up here? Is for, like I said, at nighttime, we got chem lights. I got one green and one yellow. Really doesn't matter color-wise. Color-wise really ain't going to make too big of a difference. Let me fix that a little bit there. You can use it for nighttime and, should, you run out of batteries on your flashlight or, you just want to signal somebody, hook it to the little string it comes with, flash it. That way so you can be seen, so on and so forth like that. Or if you happen to run across somebody else, you can, give them something to hang around their neck so they can be seen. What the case may happen, but definitely easy. These are, I think these are, definitely, let's see, slow. These are, I can't even remember how many hours these are. But most of the chem lights you're going to come across, they're going to be like 6 hours. You can, go to and find, bigger ones for sure. You can find bigger ones that are 12 hours. Depends on your purpose. Like I said, depends on where you're at and your situation. But like I said, inside this pocket, like I said, a headlamp. You also got other pockets for other stuff you can put in here. Like I said, this bag comes with mega pockets. You can put all kinds of stuff in there. So we'll just put that back in there. And then let's move to the front of the bag. Okay, front of the bag. Here we go. Front of the bag. All right, here's the front of the bag. Like I said, this bag is super sturdy. Once again, we have a pocket up here. Like I said, pockets are everywhere in this thing. Let's see. So what do we have in this pocket? This pocket I have, because I'm notorious for getting headaches. Headaches, ibuprofen, should you sprain your ankle, you need to relieve some swelling or whatever case would be, etc. And for headache, I have that in there. For those, and then what else do I have in here? Like I said, depending on your situation. Hot hands. You might be in the cold, might be raining. Come on. All right, we're back. We were in this channel right here. Like I said, I was explaining. Depending on where you're at, hot hands. You can put these inside gloves, inside your shoes. Inside if you have an emergency shelter that, these things 10 hours long, 10 hours worth of heat for your hands. If you want to put them inside your hoodie, if you're wearing a hoodie, you can do that as well to help keep your hands warm. Or like I said, put them inside your gloves or your shoes. But yeah, cheap. All this stuff is not extremely expensive. Dollar store. All this medication was $1. High hands, $1 a piece. So none of this stuff's expensive, but it could, definitely help you in the situation. If you're stuck out in the middle of nowhere somewhere and you need to get home, or just to have in your back, if you're stuck in your car for an extended period of time, you have that stuff, So we'll just put that all back in there. And like I said, it's got multiple pockets, so a lot of stuff will fit in there. All this stuff's kind of just thrown in there. We'll fix it later. But then up top here, we have another pocket. This pocket, what I do is I keep one of these Froggy Tog chili minis. Super good. I don't know what it is about these, but damn, these things are super good. You get them wet and wrap them around your neck, you'll stay really cool. Like I said, being a desert environment out here, you'll definitely stay cool. In a hot environment with this around your neck. Hit it up with some water, cold water, and you'll be super cool. And that's what we have in the top pocket here. It could be used for other things too, like sunglasses case. And there's room for, a few other items in there if you want to, really put a few more items in there. Okay. And then let's go into the pack itself here. Like I said, boom, more pocket action. What do we have here? We have a knife. Like I said, I don't have redundancy. You can see the big jumbo. This is more or less, this is my big jumbo one here. This is more like a chopper. So it's going to chop up stuff. Got the big giant saw teeth on there. Big, chopping blade. So, if you have to cut through some sticks and stuff like that, boom, 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 you can do that with that. Plus, I every day carry a knife in my pocket. Like I said, you don't want to over redundancy. You don't want your pack to have these, if it's unnecessary to have these huge giant items, saws, big old fucking machetes and stuff like that, you don't want that. Then what we have here, this is just another mini for smaller tasks. Small little knife for smaller chopping, cutting tasks. Definitely sharp. You got paracord on here. That's another thing, cordage you're gonna want. So you have extra cordage there. And if you got to start a fire, this particular one, like I said, it depends on your needs. It comes with a little fire rod as well to make fire. That's what's in there, in that particular spot there. So, but not too much redundancy. Like I said, I do carry a pocket knife, and then I have a big chopper knife, and then another small knife. Should one of my line knives get lost, you have a spare. And then we go into this pocket here. Okay, what do we have in this pocket? Okay, being like I said, I'm in the desert. SPF 30 Sport, suntan lotion. Not suntan lotion, but sun lotion. You definitely don't want to get burnt up. Last thing you want to do is if you're stuck walking through the desert, 100 degrees outside, you're going to get burnt to death. Whether it be your neck, your head, your arms. So you definitely want to keep some kind of lotion in there as far as sunscreen. Then we come in here, like I said, we have some, like I said, you may not even need this stuff if you're only gone for a day. But we have some of this other stuff here that'll work well. But probably block some of that sun there. It's kind of, Perel, small, toothbrush stuff, some scope, and hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer works for a lot of different things. You can clean wounds with it. You can definitely clean your hands, clean your face. Use this stuff very good too. I don't have the way to demonstrate that stuff. I'm not out in the wilderness. Very good for starting fires. This is something I would use to start a fire with if I needed to. So definitely, some creature comfort items, maybe not even necessary, but you want to stay clean. Like I said, you want to stay clean. This bad boy. This is a pretty unique. I found this at, I think it was Fry's. But we do have an issue with scorpions here. So if you're stuck out in the desert and you do got to lay down or sit down, or you don't want one of those little nasty things stinging you out here, because they can put you in the hospital. They are known for that. What this does, this is a UV light. You can see how it shines. It's a UV light, so you can light these. You can light up your surroundings with this. And should you have one of those nasty creatures, they're going to fluorescent underneath this light. So that I found a very useful tool, especially out here in the desert. Also, let's say in a worst case scenario, you got to kill a rabbit or you got to kill a squirrel. If you're that hungry, which I doubt in 24 hours, 72 hours, you're going to be that hungry. They're going to be hunting down squirrels. This will also light up a blood trail. So should you shoot a rabbit and he runs away, and he bleeds or whatever the case may be, you're going to be able to find him. You know, you can light up his little blood trail till you come across his bloody carcass or whatever happens. But that's what that's really very good for. Like I said, this is my kit. Your kit might have something different. Desert kit, like I said. Also, flashlight. A good quality flashlight. You definitely want a good quality flashlight. Like I said, you have the headlamp for now, but you know, you also want to have a flashlight, you know, if you're looking around, you know, and so on and so forth. So it's not an over redundancy. A good light is good light. Plus I keep another flashlight in my car as well. So, you know, I have, you know, it would be 2 or 3. And you never know when something might happen. You might drop it, lose it, break. Just happen to be batteries are dead. And then this one right here, this is kind of a unique light. I bought these, you know, several years back, but this is a red light. Definitely important if you're looking at maps in the dark. You know, you shine that bright light on it, you're going to blind yourself. We all know, if you've ever been in the military, I haven't, but, you know, I have friends that have, and, you know, you read up on survival, you know, your night vision is very important. So having a good red light is pretty important, because it'll definitely help survive your night vision, and so on and so forth. So you're not, you know, having to deal with your night vision being affected. Like I said, all this stuff is, like I said, this bag is totally rainproof. So you don't really have to worry about it getting wet. If it rains, you're perfectly good. Everything's going to be safe in there. And if not, if your bag isn't, let's say, isn't waterproof, you know, plastic Ziploc bags work great. So, like I said, I already showed you the water pouch. It's, like I said, it's a fairly large water pouch. It'll hold that big giant bottle I have. And it may hold other stuff, like I got a charging cord in there. I may have something else in there, I'm not sure. But charging cord in there. And then we'll get into the main pack. Once again, like I said, waterproof. Everything's waterproof in here. So, you know, you have this little, you know, satchel in front here, and then it opens up. So this is where you can keep a lot of your gear and stuff as well. Most of your, you know, like I said, small bag for me, because I'm in an urban environment. I'm going to be able to find stuff. You know, there's going to be stuff to find. But like I said before, good pair of gloves. You can't go wrong with a good pair of gloves. One, they'll provide some heat if it's cold. Last thing you want to do in the summertime is grabbing hot metal and burning the shit out of your hands. So you definitely want, you know, a good pair of gloves. You know, you have to work on your car. You know, like I said, build fire, you know, grabbing wood. You don't want splinters, so on and so forth, getting in your hands. So definitely a good pair of gloves. You know, a good pair of mechanic gloves, $19. So as you can see, a lot of this stuff is not expensive, but it's good. If you should need it, it's good, you know, good cheap stuff that's going to help save you should, you know, something happen and you need to, you know, let's say leave your car for 24 hours or 72 hours until you can get rescued or help from somewhere. You have stuff to hold you over. This right here, just in case, you know, it's an emergency blanket. A high quality emergency blanket, you know, helps keep you warm. You know, like I said, you might be in winter climates. Sometimes, you know, it may be hot during the day. In the desert, it can get really cold. So, you know, this is an emergency blanket. It'll help keep you warm. And it's reusable. It's a little higher quality. There are some that are cheap, that cost like $2, you know, one-time use type situation. But this one is totally reusable. But it can be made for, you can make a tent out of it. It's big enough to make a tent. cover your gear should it be raining. All kinds of stuff uses for this. So that's what that is. Okay, let's see. Let's go back in here. Let's see what else we got in here. Matches. Once again, you might find yourself having to make a fire. These are storm-proof matches. I think $3 max for these. But you get 15, and they're huge matches. They're going to burn for a minute. So while you're, get your tinder and whatever's going, these are going to be huge matches. So they'll give you a good burn time. You can see. They'll give you a good burn time to get your fire started. So definitely, and like I said, this stuff's cheap, $3 for a good set of storm matches. It's got Striker on it. And it's redundant. I'm a smoker. I carry a lighter. Plus, I do have a spare lighter that goes in here. It's technically not in here right now, but I do have a spare lighter to go with, the matches, should you need it. Like I said, matches are your ultimate fire stick. I do have the little fire stick there if you have to, scrape on it to get sparks to get a fire. But, a couple lighters, or, a good pair of matches, you should be fine. There's no reason to over redundant. Like I said, the more shit you put in here, the more you're going to have to carry, the heavier it gets. As far as first aid, I don't foresee myself, being shot at or, bullet holes or, falling off a cliff or anything like that. So a basic first aid kit is I think sufficient for me. Like I said, I have my aspirins and stuff. They can all go in here. I just haven't put them in there yet. But this comes with, tape, gauze, waterproof. So, your stuff's safe in there. You don't have to worry about getting wet, the gauze and all that stuff. You may want to put a pair of gloves in there. Like I said, your situation is different. You may have a family. You may, need something bigger. But I'm one person. And like I said, some wounds and scrapes. I would definitely, what I'm planning on adding to this, I haven't done it yet, is some super glue. A lot of people may laugh, what do you need super glue for? Super glue seals up cuts very, very well. A long time ago, when I was younger, young, dumb, full of cum, I got in a fight with some girlfriend's ex-boyfriend, and he ripped one of my earrings out. You guys know I carry, will wear large, earrings. And he ripped my earlobe in half. What I use super glue to super glue my earlobe back together. For perfect. 3 days later, ear was back to normal. So super glue is kind of a good thing to have. So for wounds, if you can get the bleeding stopped, should it be not a humongous cut, put some super glue on it. That'll help seal it up, help keep infection from getting in it, so on and so forth. Like I said, I'm one person, and I don't plan on, getting a bullet hole put in me or something like that. So any minor scrapes, blisters, there's ointments in here, burn ointments, stuff of that nature should you burn yourself making a fire, whatever case may be. That's all in here. So, and it's cheap. It was like $6, $7. So like I said, just depends on your situation, what you feel you may need. You may feel you need something bigger. Like I said, a trauma kit. You want to, play Dr. House or something. You need a trauma kit for whatever reason. I don't know. But that's up to you. Like I said, my kit is my kit. This is what I feel I would need. Like I said, everybody's stuff's different. But I just feel you should need something. Because it's recommended you have something. Just in case. You don't want to be that person that's not prepared should something happen, or you should have to rely, hopefully, on, we all know how people are nowadays. Having to rely on somebody else, that might be not the nicest thing. Then what else do we have in here? We have baby wipes. That's a no given. You definitely want to clean yourself. Your hands are dirty. If you got food you want to eat, just touching your parts of your body, you got to take a pee, wipe your bung hole, all this stuff. That's important. So these are very important as well. You definitely want to keep yourself clean, especially in those private areas. As far as food goes, candy, just some energy stuff for me, just some candy. Like I said, you ain't gonna be gone long, but these are good for almost 2 years. I think the date on there is February of June of 2021. So these can sit in your bag for over a year and a half, or longer, depending on when you buy them. So you have something just to gnaw on as you're walking around. Then I do have some other stuff, like, could it be like real super serious? And you need some calories, and you may not even need to like these calorie bar things I got. You may want to put a couple Cliff Bars in there. They do work. Anything that has energy to it. These are food ration bars you can buy at Walmart. You know, it's like $5. 2,400 calories. 5-year shelf life. So they're going to sit in this bag for a while, and they'll be awesome. And they're vacuum sealed. Each bar has 400 calories to it. So, you know, there's, six packets, contains 6 packets with 4 bars. So there's over 10,000 calories right here. You ain't gonna go to 10,000 calories in a day, 2 days. But you do have it, you know, should you really need it. Maybe it's a 2 days trek you have to do. And you just want something to gnaw on. They don't taste bad. It tastes kind of like just a gnarly ass hard granola. But once again, you know, you're not looking, like I said, it's not something you're gonna live off of for the rest of your life. You know, it's just to get you home, you know, back into, you know, wherever you need to go. Handkerchiefs, another thing you should have in your backpack. I don't have any in here right now. I took them out for some reason. But that's something you should have too. Handkerchiefs are good. Or you can buy those cheap masks, you know, to cover your face. Should be dusty. You know, like I said, you're in the desert, whatever the case may be. That'll definitely help you out. Having something over your face, you know, get it wet, so you're not breathing in a lot of dirt, smoke, should there be fire, whatever the case may be. But that's what's in that main pouch there. Like I said, my bag, you know, it's made for me, what I think I can get. And of course, water. There are water packets. I don't have them in here, but you can buy individually packaged water. You should have enough for yourself for at least 1 day if you feel you're only going to need a day. And a water filtration system, you can have that also. But you know, you should have water available to you. Let's say something should happen. You should keep water in your car anyways. You're probably going to have your own drinking water because you're driving around, drinking, whatever the case may be. So you should have your own water, and you should keep your water in your back of your car. You know, should your car overheat and you need water, something like that. That's very important as well. So I don't have it in here right now, but you should have some individual packets of water. You know, you can have like 6 to 8 easily in this bag, and it won't add too much weight to the bag. But it'll be enough water. Like I said, you should already have a full bottle as it is. And then, you know, maybe a gallon in your trunk, you know, just for multi-purposes. You can fill up your bottles and before you even have to get going. So you automatically have water. There are stuff that's water purification. Like I said, you might be back east near a stream. You may have to filter your water. There's ways of doing it with bleach. You can buy iodine tablets. There's also things such as life straws. I don't have that because, like I said, I don't feel it's necessary in this kit. Life straws where you can actually drink water from the dirty stream and it filter the water so you don't get sick. There's a lot of things. Like I said, your kit, like I said, will be different depending on where you're at. But that's in the main compartment. And then last but not least, we have this back pocket here. Also, I do have another small redundant flashlight right here. Little baby flashlight. Like I said, there's pockets everywhere. And this all got MOLLE webbing on it. Yours might not have it. This does. But MOLLE webbing, you can add other little pouches. Like I said, maybe your kit's bigger as far as your medical stuff. It also has a strap back here so you can put, you know, something else back here if you want. Really comfortable padding, you know, so it's right up against your hip or your back. But here in the back pocket, this pocket is for a concealed carry. I have a towel in there, you know, like I said, can't hurt to have a towel. I probably would have my bandanas in here too, but it also comes with Velcro on the inside. So I'm not going to show you what goes in there because a lot of people will trip. You show a firearm on YouTube, people lose their shit. So I won't show you what goes in there. But just know it's got Velcro in there for your holster, and you can put your extra clips and your firearm in there should you have to carry one. That way you always have your equalizer with you at all times should you be stuck somewhere and you might not be in the friendliest of territories. A few other things, like I said, you might want to carry your sunglasses. Like I say, you're probably going to be dressed for your environment anyways. A jacket if you need a jacket, light sweater if you need a sweater. So just depending on your environment, you know, you're going to need a few things. But like I said, there's a few things missing in there. I just don't have in there right now. Like I said, the emergency water, the handkerchiefs, I have it all. It's all in the back, but and the paracord. I don't have my paracord in there. I have 100 big ass, you know, thing 100-foot paracord, and I do have a couple paracord bracelets I made on here. So extra cord. So if you know you want to use that emergency blanket for a tent, you have cordage. You can run from tree to tree, or you know, should you need to tie something up, like another person. No, I'm joking. You know, you have cordage to do so. Okay, so that's kind of what's in my kit, just to let you guys know. But you should have something in your car for those purposes. Should you need to get somewhere, you get separated from your car or from your house for, you know, a few days or a day or 2 days. So, all right, guys, I'll be right back with you. All right, I'm back with you guys. So as you can see, a little safety bag. I showed you guys this when I first, you know, did my little car run around. I think it's something everybody should have. Like I said, yours will be different depending on where you're from, your environment. But this I feel will suit me fine for my environment, at least for 24 to 72 hours. You should be able to get wherever you need to go, whether it be walking, whatever the case may be. Some people recommend you put cash in there as well. Unfortunately, I'm not the one to be having cash. But you should put maybe $100. Some people recommend $100 just for, you know, bartering purposes. You know, maybe somebody has something you need. You know, you give them a few bucks for it, or you come across a vending machine that takes money. You got money. Should there be some place where you can rent a room, or, you know, you got money on you. So you should definitely keep some of that in there as well. But those are my, you know, that's my little bag. And I think, like I said, everybody should have one. And just, you know, pick the stuff you need. Like I said, you don't want to pack that weighs 40 pounds. Like I said, that weighs maybe 8 pounds if you're lucky. All right, guys. So remember, you are the creator of your own destiny. Nobody's going to do it for you. You guys have a great day. No Crybaby Lifestyle out. All right. Goodbye.